Yo, what's going on? This is a shoot. Well, it's not really a shoot, but it was during the NME event on our season opener. I found this amazing Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution wagon. How crazy is that? 520 horsepower. Yeah, the owner's a beauty. It's pretty crazy that I got to shoot this thing. It's not often that you get to see something like this. And when you do, you just have to jump on it. Jump on it! Jump on it! I've gone through all the photos and I have a bunch of presets already made. What I've been using a lot is the Audi 3 p.m. sun. I shot an Audi on a Sunday afternoon and I labeled that preset as that. Sometimes the most difficult part about choosing a preset is that you have so many. So we have the preset, everything's already kind of centered out. I really like the way that this looks already. I will just do some double checks here. I'm gonna set this like lower than the line and something subtle like that. This preset already has, you know, presets, so certain colors and luminance will be like maxed out. You know, some of these presets are not going to work for every single picture, so you might have to do like minor adjustments. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing some minor adjustments. And with the preset that I've made already, it comes with a mask already made, so it highlighted the entire thing. See if I can get away with the white. Can I raise this white more? Or what about the highlights? Yeah, I'm gonna raise the highlights. I raised the shadows a little bit. Well, I mean, like for a car, you wanna see some of the details. Highlight the windows. And then with that, I'm just gonna black them out a little bit more. To be fair, like I could already finish this picture and go on with the next one, but I feel like there could be just a tiny bit more that I could do. So with the ground here, I'm just gonna add some more clarity. And I think, honestly, I think that's it. When it comes to color correcting is I'll zoom in on a color, specifically here like red. I'll press Y like this and hover over the color. I can easily match it side by side. And then this is before and after. Being that we are in Lightroom Classic, we can actually right click this. We will edit this in Photoshop. It's a very simple, quick edit. So this fire out symbol here, pretty distracting. Let's get rid of it. Couple ways that we could do this. I will go with the easiest one. Let's hit our quick selection tool right here. And what we can do is draw over this fire out symbol like that. Command plus to zoom in, Command minus to zoom out, and then Command 0 to get back into where you are. Okay, so now this fire out is already highlighted. We can click on generative fill. It will allow AI to automatically fill this object for you. It's very simple to use, but the only thing is, if you use this photo and post it on Instagram, Instagram will detect the AI within the image, and it will result into your post getting flagged by AI.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
By AI. Now, I don't like that. So stay away from generative fill. What I'm gonna actually do is, if you highlight this already, we're gonna right click, and then we're gonna go to content aware fill. Photoshop will sample the thing around the subject. And what it does is it will literally cover the object with the area that is green. Some styles will work better than others, but this one actually works best. And then we'll just hit OK. You're left with these lines, but it's very simple to get rid of. We can either use the clone stamp tool, or we can use the healing brush tool. I think both cases will work well. It really just depends on how you're feeling. Now, the reason why there's two is because each one is supposed to kind of tackle a very specific object or a very specific thing. So see, like we used the clone stamp tool, and yet we can kind of see the outline of where that sign used to be. Like clearly there was something there. We're gonna use the healing brush tool now, just to show how this actually works. So when we use the healing brush tool, we're gonna sample the area around it as well. The area that you're using to cover the object will blend together. They will mesh. It will actually look consistent all the way around. And then when you're done, there's actually no sign of anything being there. Or you can take the lasso tool like this and then draw a line around the sign. And then with that, you just do the same thing. Content aware fill. And it's actually a lot more smoother. You don't have to mess with any lines or anything like that. We're just gonna copy and paste the same preset onto this one. So every picture doesn't have to be overly edited. This picture here, actually, you could probably get away with just minor edits. The before and after, like I can already see that the colors are kind of off. And again, going back in, like the yellow, actually the yellow is not bad. Raise the highlights. And you know what, we can raise clarity and raise texture. Now you see these white dots on the seat? This is a simple solution. You don't even need Photoshop. Like, so sticking to Lightroom, if we go to, we're gonna use a clone stamp here in Lightroom, so no Photoshop. And you see these white dots on the seat? Yeah, we can get rid of that, no problem. Now, when you have something tricky like this, because there's a line crossing through, you might have to do it like more strategically. But Lightroom does a pretty good job doing the sampling part for you. Raise that up, yeah, okay. All right, so this is heavily dark. So first thing I think of is highlights. Bring highlights up to like there, raise that shadow. And honestly, if that doesn't work, then we could raise the exposure a tiny bit and I'll lower the shadows. I'll bring the highlights back down so it doesn't look too overly aggressive. You know what I kind of want to do is do a radial here and expose a tiny bit more, tiny bit. And we don't have to go too crazy with it. There's already some things I want to change. So again, let's edit this in Photoshop. This part here, this is why I use clone stamp tool instead of the healing brush tool. This is a carbon hood. There's a nice pattern along with it. If I use a healing brush, that pattern is going to be completely cooked. If we use the clone tool, we're going to choose this part here of the hood. I'm staring at this hood too long, so I'm kind of getting mesmerized by it. And what you could see here is an outline of the clone. You could line up the lines to each other and then just drag, and it just completely matches. And even if it's not 100%, if you zoom out far enough, it meshes quite nice together. Here, let's see if I can try and do a better job here. Fuck. It's got some nice fingerprint marks right here. Oh yeah, that's gotta go. Follow that line continuously across the dot and you should get a perfect mesh. Same thing here too. So bright. Let's lower exposure. It's still pretty bright. Go back to that. Here, lower the white as well. And the wheel, I want to put a radial over the wheel and just raise that up a bit more. Nice. I want to go over this part here real quick and maybe lower the highlights there a bit. I'm gonna select this bit here, the windows. It'll automatically select the entire thing. And I just want to black them out more. Maybe even do something like, yeah, something like that. Lose some of that saturation. Because if you dehaze something too long or too much, you'll end up getting a little bit blue. You'll get the blue out of that thing. So yeah, dehaze and then lower the saturation. Yeah, and so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done the set. Well, I'm kind of finishing up the set right now. And yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. I'll see you sometimes next week. Okay, see ya. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, please. Or don't. And blah, 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 blah.